Hello everybody, this is Taff's Word from Taff's Car again. Sorry, a bit of a throat thing, the winter is coming in. So Taff's Word following the Yeovil home game. I got to be honest, you got to be really pleased with how we started the season. You've got to be really pleased with our performance against Yeovil. We were dominant from start to finish. Yeovil only had the odd sniff here and there and a little snapshot bouncing back off the bar after the damage was already done. So happy with the result on Saturday, very, very happy. Happy with the start of the season. I threw out some statistics on Facebook, for those of you who didn't see. In our 5 home games so far, we've won 4, we've drawn 1, we've scored 8, and we've only conceded 1 goal. So it just goes to show we are very much a dominant force at home. The only thing I'd say is that we need to put more chances away. There's games we've won 1-0 at home which we could have won 3 or 4-0, which means we need to start putting them away. Yeovil 2-0. I mean, I said that before the game. I had quite a lot of people come up to me and ask me, what do you reckon the score's going to be today then, Taff? I said 2-0, comfortable win, and I'll be very happy with that. It was a 2-0, it was a comfortable win, and as always, yep, I was very happy with it. So can we really say there's anything going wrong on the pitch at the moment? There are games where we're faltering, but what you can understand is that we've got a very new team, not as new as previous seasons, but obviously we kept the cream of the Great Escape from last season. We added to it well, and I think the potential is there for us to be one of the top teams in this division. But it's just about finding the right formula, that recipe for success I was talking about. And I'm sure Flinny's got it, but I think he's still tampering, he's still experimenting with it, and I think he's gonna find that sweet spot soon enough, and then we're gonna go on a nice little run. Obviously, we'd be happy with that. I mean, looking at the season as a whole so far, we played 12. We've obviously drawn 3, lost 3, and won 6. The equivalent of winning 7. I mean, you look at the first 12 of this season compared to the last 12 of last season. Last season, funny enough, we were actually a point better off. That's only because we won 7, drew 1, and lost the rest. With this, we've won 6, drawn 3 games in which all 3 of them draws you could arguably say we should have won, except maybe the Wickham one. That was a very, very tight game. There are losses there that you can say we should have won. The Luton game, the damage was done in the first half. The Exeter game, it was one of those anyone could win it. And if our goal that we scored in that first half was actually allowed to stand, which it should have, then it could have been a very different story there as well. Then also you've got Morecambe, which was what you call a bad day. A very, very bad day. But at the end of the day, we're in League 2. Teams have bad days. Even Luton have had their bad days. Exeter lost 3-0 at home, even though it was against Notts County, who only managed to get a draw against bottom of the table, Forest Green. So as good as these teams are doing, you're always going to come across days where you're going to be disappointed with your performance and your result. You can't get it right every single game. I know there's been fans who'd had a pop of Flinny because of poor performances, moaning because he's playing Newbley on the wing. Yeah, I understand that. Newbley should be in the centre, and I've said this. As effective as he is down the wing for being able to dribble the ball past players and outpower them and cut inside, when the ball comes in, you want Newbley on the end of that ball. Because Amond, he's great, he's getting his goals, he's not going to put them all in. So who's going to put the other ones in? It's got to be Newbley. So we want Newbley's balls to go into Newbley. So the solution to that is have somebody else on the wing and get Newbley in the centre. That way we double up on our attack and we convert more. I mean, it's basic football tactics, really. But I'm not going to preach football tactics to Flinny, because his tactics saved us, saved the club completely. I mean, not just saved our Football League status, but saved us from the potential of falling into oblivion again. I mean, if we'd have dropped into that conference this year, half the team that we've got now would be gone. The ones who are on contract would stay, but then we would have no budget to reinforce that squad. We'd be using youngsters. We'd probably be in a similar state to what York were in, to be honest with you, last season, because they fell with some good players, as much as we would have. And obviously, if they were on contract, they had to keep them. I mean, unless they were willing to negotiate something to release them or pay them off. If you pay them off, you've got no money to replace them then. So what do? Then thankfully we didn't fall into that sort of conundrum, really, did we? We kept our Football League status and we're thriving on it now. We put a cracking squad together. I mean, there'll be people who'll say, oh no, I don't like this player, oh no, I don't like that player. And there's a squad. Look at the whole squad. You tell me where the weaknesses are in that squad. You know, the real weak links. We haven't got any weak links, really, have we? I mean, we've got strength and depth. We've got players who can come off the bench and change the game. Dangerous players like Mikulski. I know we got him on, only got him on until January, but if he features a little bit more in the next few games, I can't see any reason why he won't figure more often. And he is a danger player. Get that ball over the top and he runs onto that. The same as Reynolds there in the wing. I mean, we got players who can come off the bench and change things. Sean Rigg came off the bench yesterday. Dolan was on the bench the couple of games before. I mean, you got players like Matt Dolan. You know, we're able to put him on the bench. Tom Owen-Evans on the bench. We've got players in defence who can come back. Like Bennett. Bennett's been on the bench, but he's been playing games and he's as effective as always. You know, so where O'Brien's been out, Labadi's been out, Tozer's back in the squad and giving it his all and looking magnificent at the moment. So I can't really spot the weaknesses at the moment, to be honest with you. I think as Flynn works things out a little bit more, you know, experiments that a little bit more, tries a few more things, and eventually finds that sweet spot. When he finds that sweet spot, I can't see any reason why we can't finish in a playoff place. Except we're not going to have it all every week, but at the moment, we're holding it together. We're getting wins on the board. We've got magnificent home form, which is something we haven't had for a long, long time. You know, even during our promotion season, our home form wasn't the best. You know, so. I just see good things for this club, to be honest. As I said with the Welsh Rugby Union, the relationship with them is great at the moment, and you know we're building strong ties with them. They're making the most of us being there because they see an opportunity with us, and we see an opportunity with them, which obviously prompted me to do my Welsh Rugby Union blog a couple of weeks back. That's actually made it, by the way, to the board of the Welsh Rugby Union, and their CEO has actually, well, not the CEO, but one of their directors has actually emailed us on the County Choir, well, Amber Army email address, and has actually thanked me for the word for the good words that I actually put out there, and saying that they love to hear these good news stories, and you know, for them, this is a good news story that a fan like myself is actually coming out and thanking them for actually working with us, which. Rodney Paredo's had that opportunity. I mean, things might have gone a lot different for them if they'd have utilised our existence at their stadium more to their advantage. I mean, what they did, what Rodney Parade did was, well, how can I put it? They did things that seemed seemingly out of spite. You know, oh, we don't like football. You're only here to make us money, but then we're not going to work with you on anything. Just keep bringing the money in. They could have made so much more out of us, but then allowed us to make a little bit more at the same time. But, you know, they just couldn't see past their own spite. You know, the Welsh Rugby Union see the opportunity and they're working well with us. And we actually have a future at this stadium now, which is something we didn't think we had last season. It was difficult to know where we were going to end up. But now I think we're building a very, very strong sort of relationship now with our landlords, finally. And like I say, the future's bright for the club, to be honest. Here's an exclusive for you. Obviously, trust election is coming up, and I didn't really expect it, to be honest with you. I was thinking, you know, you might get one or two people that might suggest that I should go for the board, and I've actually had people of note approach me and tell me that they think I should go for the board. Now, I've told them no. As I've said on you in the past, it's not my thing. It's being on the board just wouldn't suit me. I don't think I'm built in the right way to be part of a board. I think I'm better served carrying on the work I do for the Amber Army through the YouTube by doing these blogs and the gaming series and the compilations. I'm better off running the eBay page, which is what I do. I send all the orders off, and I'm obviously part of a 5-man sort of council that makes a lot of our decisions, and I'm part of that. So between all that, I think I'm better served carrying on. So carrying on doing what I've been doing. So here's an exclusive for you. Even though I've been urged to think about it and urged to consider actually going for it, I have thought about it. I have given it some great consideration. I've looked at it from all different angles, and as much as people are telling me that I've got a lot to offer and thinking if that's the case, maybe I should go for it, I can tell you now exclusively, and this is my final decision on the matter, I will not be running for the board. Not because I don't want to help the club. I'm always at hand, and these people know that I'm always at hand to help them and the club with anything that they need any help with. But as far as going for the board is concerned, I think my only reason to go for it would be for, you know, just for the title of being on the board of Newport County. I mean, I wouldn't get anything more than that out of it. I don't think I could guarantee I could put the hours in for it, and I don't think I could guarantee that I'm right for it. And the last thing I want to do is put myself in a position where I'm going to let the club down, and that would break my heart. That would, if I was one of the people that mess things up for the club. It's not so much that I can't deal with the responsibility. I could deal with being on the board. I could deal with it. I just don't think I'm right for it, and I'm not going to put myself forward for it just so I can have the title and let the club down. So that's that. Anyway, guys, I've taken nearly 12 minutes of your lives already from this. Yeah, so there we go. A comfortable home win. Home form is great. We start the season great, considering of those 12 games, 7 of them have been away, and we played, I think, 3 of the top 4 at the moment. I think we played 5 of the top 7 so far. So it just goes to show we're doing great at the moment. And the thing is, I think the 5 of the top 7, I think only one of them have been at home as well. So that's just testament to the start that we've made, testament to the work Michael Flynn, Lenny Lawrence and Hatswell and James Bittner are doing on the touchline, and the players on the pitch as well. So we've got a lot to be thankful for at the moment. But where the trust elections are concerned, of the people running, I just hope that the ones who get on serve the club, you know, with every bit of passion I would. But like I said, I'll not be running for it. But if you disagree with my decision, I hope that it's respected, for one. Like I say, it's just not for me, and I don't want to let anybody down, especially Newport County. So there's that. Thank you guys, thanks all for watching. I'll be back later tonight for the live. If you want to ask me anything about anything, I'm hoping that we're going to get some Wales questions, because they will be following the Wales game tonight. So hope to see many of you there. And again, as usual, thanks for watching. Appreciate the support, getting more and more good words, add more on Saturday. Thank you to all of you. And it was good to meet some of the contributors to the live shows. Basically, we had a Cardiff fan who comes on. He was at the game on Saturday. He came and said hello. Got to see Big Man again. So, yeah, it's all good. Keep coming to say hello. Keep getting involved. And thanks again, everybody. And until the next time, cheerio for now. And as always, up the county.